Hello, it's me, Chris Christopherson. That's me, right there. Um, Back with a new YouTube channel. The old one, I didn't really know what I was doing. Still don't. Um, and it was difficult to find stuff. I'd set up the wrong tags, yada yada. So trying again. Had some bad stuff happen a couple of years ago that set me back a bit. Trying to, I think I'm all right now. I'm getting good. Want to, get back into it. And we're all on lockdown. Why not use the time? Hope you're all doing all right, keeping safe, keeping well. Um, I'm going to be making some more online battle reports. Using Universal Battle. This is the first of them. Going to do some hobby stuff, maybe some Gaslands. And when lockdown's done, get back to some proper tabletop wargaming. So please, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff to support me. Really, really appreciate it. Alright, on with the show. I'm playing against James Frank Mitchell, lovely fella from the York area. Played him a fair few times in real life, and a few times on Universal Battle. Real nice guy. He's using the naughty Twilight King. He's got the Horde of Spearmen with Brewer Strength, the Shadow Hulk, the Naughty Elf King with Dread, two troops of Gargoyles, two regiments of Abyssal Horsemen, one with Boots of Striding and one with a Potion of the Caterpillar, two Naughty Elf Arch units, Crone with the Conjuring Staff, Drain Life and Veil of Shadows. What an awesome spell, right? Veil of Shadows also include, surely. And then the Archfiend of the Abyss with wings to sum up the army, yeah. I'm playing the silly Baslian Dragon list just for shits and giggles. If you played up against this or played with it, please let me know what you think about it. I don't use it very well here, as you'll see. So I've got 5 men-at-arms swordsman units, just as my objective grabbers and unlocks. I got 3 high paladins on Elder Dragons, all with the Aegis fragment, one with the Brew of Healing, and one with the Aegis of Lohai. We've also got Julius, Dragon of Heaven, and Sam Chris, Mother of whatever she's the mother of. We're playing Plunder. We've got the 3 1-count loot tokens and 2 2-count loot tokens. We're playing Hills as height 3, Woods and Impassable as height 6, and Obstacles as height 2. Playing anything like fields or lakes, ponds as height 0 but cover if you're in it. Yeah, simple as that. Flat terrain but cover if you're in it. I win the roll to go first, so let's get a cracking. I move on up and make my first mistakes. I give away flanks, which I kind of knew but thought would be absolutely fine. That's not going to worry me too much, and he's defense 6. Didn't spot the cavalry, don't know why. No shooting on my turn, so into James's turn. He takes the flank charge. I hadn't realised I hadn't spotted them on the wall a little bit. Very sloppy of me. He's a true gent and doesn't take the charge there. He could have easily taken Julius out, but he said he wanted to play it as if I hadn't been a complete idiot. So very, very kind of him. Shuffles here, so I can't get multiple charges on the Shadow Hulk. And the Archfiend rather smartly comes up to cover all the arcs there, so I can't get any decent charges off with this guy. So it looks like I really wasted around about 500 points down there. Very silly of me. Moving on to shooting, ping ping ping, few points of damage, and healing with Iron Resolve. Into the combat, couple points of damage, but some healing with Iron Resolve. And into my turn, we just charge in. I'm thinking, fuck it, alright, he's got phalanx, so I'm hitting on 4s, but I'm thinking, 10 hits, 8 wounds, it's a decent start. Might even get lucky, because with Dread and get a waiver, that'd be swish. Julius again wants just to hold up the Shadow Hulk. He can last a turn, maybe 2 with some healing from Sam Chris. I think he can do it, so that's the role he's gonna play. These guys head on up, get the objective, and I'm thinking, do these guys for a bit of damage. Maybe one gets grounded, so the other one can flap over. and then one of the units can go in to support and help finish him off. That's the thinking. Flank charge here and counter charge. We do some healing from Sam Chris, and yeah, just heal him up. So that's tasty. Because I've screwed up with my dragon, I've got to move the men-at-arms forwards. Yeah, I wanted to use this wall for obvious reasons, but I've got to cover this dragon's arcs. You know, at the moment they've got a flank charge on him. Hopefully when combat wins, he can pivot round and block the charges. Yeah, and that's what happens. You know, I ain't got no shooting apart from the healing, so yeah, to win the combat, he turns around, and as you might be able to see there, you know, they can't, all these guys are in his front. They can't complete the charge to the front. They've got to charge these guys. You know, a lot of you guys probably know that tactic. If you don't, try it sometime. It's very satisfying. On to combat here. Sam Chris does 5 wounds on the Shadowhawk. Pretty good going. The 2 dragons just roll out the park. They get like, what, 8-10 wounds on them, which is pretty good. But then combined with Dread, they roll like a 10 for nerve. It's like something like a 11 followed by 10 or something crazy like that, and waver them. Woohoo! Result. You know, I'm often bitching about universal battle dice, as some of you might know, but on this occasion, God bless them, I played to all the old dice gods and the new. Into James's turn then. He quite rightly takes the double charge into the men-at-arms here to clear those out of the way. Gargoyles into the men-at-arms so they can't support. Very wisely, because of the hinder here, he realises that's a bit of a sticky situation for him, so he pivots the cavalry round. Very smart. You know, I've only got like 1 unit here to really threaten, so the archers can deal with that. Counter charge there. This guy just hides at the back. And I think at this point James hasn't spotted it, but there's a cheeky flank charge to this guy. There's just a slither of room there. It's not gamey corner to corner, because you can't do corner to corner. Anything over a mill is fine, remember that. You know, rules is rules. So if that holds, I can just go whoop, and this guy isn't grounded. I can just go whoop into there. Also, there's a flank to the Naughty Elf King. So as long as this guy doesn't get grounded, I can just go whoop. Of course, they're not going to be grounded. These guys are wavered. But yeah, I can just get around the flank. So all being well, I think I've got that area stitched up. James is shooting to Pink's a few points of damage, and I am resolve. And into the combat phase, yeah, James also is praying to the same gods that I am, clearly. Yeah, I mean, Shadowhawk, 10 attacks, hitting on 8. Okay, you know, it's within reason. And wounding with 6 of them, yeah, still within reason. 9 for Waver, bit high, followed by 10. God damn it! Yeah, bit annoying. Oh, so yeah, Sam Chris pops in a 1-shot from a Shadowhawk, and that's not looking so good now. Yeah, not looking so good. Also, it means James can pivot, and I've lost the flank charge, so even worse. He's now got flanks on these guys. He can charge the token bearers. That's not as good a situation as I would have liked it to have been. These guys completely bosh in the men-at-arms, as you would imagine. The gargoyles do a few points, but nothing crazy. And the Archfiend pivots, so he's got arc to, again, absolutely fucking everything. Pretty annoying. On to my turn to see what I can do with it. We do some movement, Radiance of Life, counter-charge the gargoyles. This dragon could have charged over here, but to be honest, I'm not sure if it would have been a great idea. I'm leaving everything else to chance. I'm not going to take them out in one go, more than likely. I get counter-charged and flank-charged. I take some wounds. I just get pinned, you know, and these guys can just pivot to face, and I'm done. I think I need the mobility for something objectives and something threatening these guys, you know. I'm no good stuck into infantry that are going to break immediately, I don't think. So I elect to hop behind the air to do some shenanigans in the late game. That's what I'm thinking. I've already screwed that up. That's my best plan. Yeah, we take the charge into the front. I'm thinking I can do 5 points of damage. Take him to 15, so I'm going to need a 7 to break him, I think it is. Yeah, I think that's good odds. I take the flank charge into the Naughty Man, and I flap over here. Now the reason why I've done it really weird like this is because there's a little smidgen of base for these guys to charge in. Between all these units, they can't charge this guy. It's impossible. So they have to charge that guy in the front. That's the facing they're in. And if they do, I can disengage and flank charge them. So as long as I'm not broken by them, you know. So that's what I'm thinking there. In my shooting, do pointed damage onto these guys, but don't wave them. That would have been a delish. And in the combat phase, another bit of bad luck. Alright, I roll 7 wounds on these guys. That's pretty good going. 7 for nerve, followed by a double 1. Fuck's sake. This is what I would call a Philip Morris moment. If any of you guys watch my original YouTube channel or have seen the I Love You Philip Morris film, you'll know what I mean from those old battle reports or from those early scenes in the film. Exactly what I mean. It's a shocking buttfuck moment. Yeah, that's really screwed that up. You know, he can count because they're not even wavered. He can counter charge them, bosh them out. He can flank charge those, bosh them out, get the token. It's not good. It's not good. I'm gonna be lucky to survive this game with a unit left at this rate. On to James, turns 3. Yep, takes a flank. Yep, charging there. Yep, charging there. All obvious stuff. The crone comes up. She's just had in here to do some damage. Help him out. And plinks a point of damage onto this guy. These guys here. So now they're essentially at 14 nerve to break. Yeah. So with this guy, 9 attacks hitting on 3s. Wound on 2s are vicious. So we're looking at probably 6 wounds. Brutal. So in total 8. So he's going to need a 7 to break me with a reroll. I stand a good chance, you know. These guys take a hindered charge. I pivoted these guys so he had to get over the wall. When he moves in and slides, he hits the wall. So 19 attacks on 4s, you know, about 9 hits. Wounding on 3s, about 6 wounds. I've only got 2 on me, so 8. So again, needs a 7. You know, I stand a reasonable chance. Archers move up to start looking at the tokens. No luck whatsoever there. James rolls well, or average, and yeah, just boshes those guys out. So yeah, that's my dreams crushed there. Doesn't pick up the token, just wants to rest on it so he can make some decisions next turn, I think. Well, no, maybe he does pick it up. I think maybe he does pick it up because he can always drop it next turn. So yeah, James picks up the token. These guys get absolutely fucked. Picks up the tokens, rotates towards my dragons, kills these guys, rotates towards the dragons. So currently James is on 4-0. 4-0 to James, end of 10-3, and I lost 4 units that turn. Not good. On to my 10-5. I slip the dragon so he's out of charge range of these guys, ready to do some shooting. I think plinks a point of damage. Sam Chris comes up, does a piercing fireball and takes care of the spearman. But already they've taken 2 dragon charges, 2 swordsman charges, and Sam Chris. You know, I'm looking at what? That's about, 800, 900, nearly 1,000 points to take out a 200-some point unit. You know, they've earned their keep. I disengage and flank charge the Abyssal Horseman, like I said before, and I've got to take a charge into this guy here. I've got to deal with him. So in the combat, we put another 6 wounds onto this guy, which is pretty good. I need a 9 to break him. Don't roll it. Fair enough. Yeah, we just totally boshed the shit out of those Abyssal Horsemen. That 14-16 nerve really makes them a bit of a glass hammer. You know, defense 5 regen seems pretty solid. They just can't take a good punch, you know. I use them in my Abyssal list. I'm going to take 2 regiments of them. And I absolutely swear by them. But, yeah, they can't take a decent hit. So that's looking like it might be okay. But I've already taken too much time. You know, I wanted to kill that, and get round by turn 4. It's now turn 4 and I've only killed 1 unit. So, it's not looking good. James is turn 4, counter charge with a Naughty King. Crone comes up to do some life leech. Archers come up to pick up a token. Archers move up to do some shooting. And there's some life leech. It's fine because it's got Iron Resolve. Heals some wounds back though, which is pretty good. And in the combat phase, does a few points of damage, or 6 points of damage to this guy, which is pretty good. And does a few points damage to that guy. So pretty good, some good rolling there, some good rolling. In my turn 5, just counter charges, nothing sexy going on over there. Sam Chris she didn't want to have to deal with these spearmen. She wanted to be hopping over here and threatening these tokens. That's what she wanted, but she had to deal with the spearmen, so all she can do now really is hop over here to deal some points of damage with their shooting attack. So that's what I do. Deals a couple points of damage, but no nerve check to speak of. In the combat phase goes better. We kill the Naughty King, we kill the Shadow Hulk, and we pick up his tokens. So currently, end of my turn 5, it's 3-2 to James. Still looking good for him. James' turn 5, the archers drop the token, and the Archfiend comes and picks it up. They move forwards to do some shooting. The crone nips over here to do some life drain, and the archers spin round to do some shooting. And they flink some damage, but nothing crazy. They don't break him or anything like that. So in my turn 6, I drop the token and charge into the crone with the other guy, picking up the token. So some token picking up and dropping shenanigans right there. This guy kind of wanted to get that, but realises that there's just too many threats. Maybe I made a misplay here, but he went for this token because he can do some shooting on these guys and take out another scoring unit. That's the thinking. Sam Chris again didn't have the movement she wanted to really get anywhere good, and I needed to protect this guy. I don't know if he could take that charge. He maybe could, but I don't know. So Sam Chris moves up, gets them in a front just to block the charge. It's going to be a hindered charge. I think I can take it. Yeah, combat, we do, shooting, we do a few points of damage, actually waver them, whey! That's pretty good, that's handy. And in combat, we do a few points of damage to them, and a few points of damage to them, but no waves or anything. It's at the start of James's turn 6 that he points out that his Abyssal Archfiend is facing upwards and not downwards like I thought he was. It's a little unclear to tell with the tokens on him. I probably would not have made that move had I have known that. But James takes advantage of that and bosh straight in and kills the fuck out of him. Fair enough. The cavalry charges in, there's a few points of damage to Sam Chris, but doesn't break her. And the crone just nips out of the way. So nothing crazy happening there. At the moment, it's 3-3. So it's a complete draw. We roll for it, and there is a turn 7. So I just pivot around to do some points of damage here. I've got nothing else useful to do because of this stupid building. I wanted to drop the token, turn around, and then move 10 inches and pick up that token. Sam Chris then to back up, disengage, pivot, and move and get these, and get this one. But it just wasn't that inch back and move, it was like out by a fraction of an inch, so that was disappointing. So instead, this guy just shuffles over here somewhere, as you'll see in the next slide. Sam Chris just counter charges, does some shooting, but absolutely nothing, just whiffs the rolls, absolutely terrible. Yeah, disappointing damage onto these guys. And that's about it, nothing crazy going on. James turn 7, he double charges Sam Chris, does some wounds, but not quite enough to break her. I think he breaks her on the first roll, fails on the re-roll. Abyssal guy charges in, hindered charge, so 9 attacks hit on 4s, wounded on 2s, or is it 3s? Or whatever, 2s, re-rolling 1s, 6 wounds, pretty decent rolling. And some shooting here does nothing, so the game ends right there. Yeah, total draw, 3-3. Even close in the scenario, the kill points as well. Had I known about the facing of the Abyssal Archfiend, I probably wouldn't have done that, and probably would have had like 300. James would have had 300 odd less points here. But you know what? James played it absolutely sweet. I played it like a complete idiot, and lucky to get a draw. That's it from me. Do the whole YouTube thing, share, like, subscribe, share it with your friends and all that. Gonna try and crank out some more content over the next couple of weeks. Keep well, keep safe, and I'll see you later. Ta-ta!